Good evening. At the outset, I would like to thank NIQR and the organizers of this convention for giving me this opportunity. And the title for this session is Path to Business Excellence. So what is business excellence? Anybody? I think we all hear this business excellence, not now, for many years, many decades now. Right? It is about developing and strengthening the management systems and process of an organization to improve the performance and create value for stakeholders. Right? This is the textbook definition of business excellence. So what do we get into our mind when we hear this word business excellence? So we get into some sort of models, EFQ model, Malcolm Baldrige, and something from Juse. Right? What does this all talk about? What does this look at? Why do we want business excellence? Anybody from audience to just? Good. That is ultimately to give value to the customer. But how do we do that? See, achieving excellence in everything, that is leadership, customer focus, people, process, and most importantly, achieving superior business results. That's how we can sustain, that's how we can be there for many decades. So that is very important. So, I would put this into three perspectives. If you have to excel, we need to work on definitely three different areas. That is people, process, and technology. Now let's look back 10 years behind or a decade back. When we talked about business excellence, we started talking about TQM. We started talking about TPM. We started talking about lean. Does this mean that today it is not required? So what is the difference? What is that we need to do now? All those still remains good. Let's take, for example, lean. What does it talk about? It talks about, in general, identify and eliminate waste. When we talk about TPM per se, it talks about improving the OEE. Right? Now, all these, we started practicing it in some form with the basic elements. Now, what is different? When we talk about the current situation, we talk about Industry 4.0 or Quality 4.0. What does this talk about? Again, leveraging technology. Now we are able to capture this data at the source by use of technology. But still, you can do your analysis. You need to do analysis. Earlier, we used to have data. For example, if you see, 10 years back, we used to plot the SPC chart on a graph. Somebody has to record this data, and then he has to plot, and then keep on monitoring it. So what happened in the last few years? Same thing in the case of machinery. Maintenance of machinery. The condition of the machines, the condition of the parts in the machine, the spares in the machine. So today we have technology which supports, helps, and that is where we talk about Internet of Things, and then we talk about machine learning today, because when you do something regularly, you can track the practice and then try to extrapolate from that. So I think the difference is we need to also upgrade ourselves in using this technology, adapting this technology, and try to use it for improving our results. Basically, data analytics. So all these help to improve our analysis and also take the right decisions and at the right time. When we say right time, quickly, swiftly. Similarly, on the people front, when you are having IoTs, when you are having the robots in the shop floor, so the same skill is not sufficient, which we used to have 10 years back. So the skill of the people also changes. So what we call as cognitive flexibility is one of the important skill in people which we need to develop. There is nothing but adapting to the new things, new changes. So today, to adapt all this, I know a lot of manufacturing companies in the country are practicing this, trying to adopt it in some form. But there are some other sectors in our own country, in the whole world, who are already having excellence in some of these areas. Say, we are talking about we should be on single-digit ppm in our manufacturing industry, right? Less than 10, 9, 8, etc. Can we say this in the aircraft maintenance? If you say the Indigo maintenance is 9 ppm, tomorrow will any one of you step into the Indigo flight? Means they are already practicing something. So we should try to learn from those people, from those technology and adapt it in our manufacturing so that we can also excel in that area. So likewise in the medicine field, can we tell the ppm as 10 ppm? For every surgery, it is 10 ppm. Nobody will go to that hospital. So there are technologies available, practices available, processes available in some of these sectors and industries. I think we need to try to understand, capture that and practice in our industry. I think with that perspective, today we have eminent speakers from all those sectors. So that let's try to hear from them and try to capture most of the things which we can adopt in our own industry. With this, I request the first speaker. I invite Ms. Saroj Nayagam to address the audience. Thank you.
Good evening to all, distinguished guests, speakers in the dais, and all delegates in the conference room. Very good evening. Thanks NIQR for having given me this opportunity. I thank Addison Management also for having given me this opportunity to talk about our company. Our Dr. Rajkumar sir said he has given a small prelude on this my presentation. So what is path to excellence? So each company will have, so what we are doing to excel in our field. So I'm going to give a presentation. So what are the activities, what are the, in each stages we are doing to excel in our own business. So we are, my name is Saroj, I'm heading quality in Addison. So content of this presentation, so I'm going to talk about history of Addison, about our amalgamation group, and about our product range, our customers, and our path to excellence model, what we have developed on our own, suiting to our company and our nature, our product nature, and excellence in quality, innovation, digitization, AI, and automation, what we are doing for our product. So Addison history. So we have started in 1837 way back, and so I'm going to start from 1904 because it's a big history. We are 150 years old company. I think we are the one company in this whole congregation crossed 150 years. Yeah. So in 1904 we started trading cycle in India, and 1950 we are the first company to assemble Morris Minor car in India. And 1952, we have started fertilizer spraying units manufacturing. And 1953, we have started manufacturing typewriters. In 1955, we have started cutting tool manufacturing. And 1958, we have started foundry products. In 1999, we started our brooch and hob products. In 2002, we started our solid carbide products. In 2019, our state-of-art innovation center. So for our excel in the global business, innovation is the key. So our management, we have started our innovation center in 2019. And as our path to excellence, so we are, even though #1 export company in cutting tool currently in India, but still we wanted to become #1 in the world in 2015. That is our aim. So this is the path. So we offer 55,000 plus products, and we are one-stop tooling solution provider. You can ask for any tools, we are here to produce, and we are ISO 9000, ISO 14000, and we have over 700 employees. And we are part of Amalgamation Group, and we have established in 1942 Amalgamation Group, and we are $2 billion US group, and we have 15,000 employees. And about Amalgamation Group, so these are some of, name a few. So Tafe, Simpson, Bimetal Bearing, IPL, IP Rings, Ellen Van Maps, Shadlow, Stains, Addison Paints, Valio. These are all some of the manufacturing company. Apart from the manufacturing, we are into other service businesses also. And Addison product range. So we produce HSS drills, that is our bread and butter. And we produce HSS cutters, we produce HSS N mills, solid carbide tools, bandsaw blades, tabs, broach, and dreamers. Other than that, latest products are we produce step drills, carbide bar elimination tools, hole saws, and hammer drills. And we do upselling also. While manufacturing HSS products, we also manufacture carbide tools. We also PCB and PCBN tools. And in cross-selling, when we make a tools, so we also service with tool holders. We make drilling machines. We have a machine manufacturing divisions also. One of the important thing is drill is having the 3-dimension views. So it is very difficult to measure the product in the regular profile projector or any tool. We need a special fixture for that. We also manufacture that tool. And we have a smart tool regrinding machine also. Some of our prestigious customers, you name anybody using the drill in India will definitely use Addison drills. So some of our automotive and OEM customers we have named here. And this is our Addison business excellence model. So values and ethics, that is our base. So Addison and Amalgamation have values and ethics is our foundation. And over on it, we have a leadership and employee involvement. That is the founding stone for us. And customer focus is the important and foremost thing in our company. So the important pillars what we have decided for business excellence model is quality, the first and foremost thing, and digitization, and automation, AI, and robotics, innovation, and stakeholder orientation. Above all, Addison brand value. If you name any cutting tool, Addison brand value is always there. It comes first. Any tool means. So we wanted to further use that for excel in our business. So business excellence in quality. So quality is the root. So in our Addison. So this is our model. So like any company, we have cover RM quality, process quality, product quality, but each area. So we do proactive approach, we do FMEA, we consider all failure modes, are ensuring that all that failure modes are taken care and it is eliminated. We work towards zero defect. So raw material quality for all, we have different grades. Regular grade is M2 and we have special raw materials also there. So we ensure 100% checking of raw material grade before use. We have a 100% raw material checking, and also we do crack detection for all special raw material. And process quality, we have online process monitoring. Since we have a heat treatment process, welding, and also special process, wherever it is there. So we have online process monitoring. We know whether it is, if it is a process is running it right or not. Also, we have interlocks so that if any process variation is there, the process is stopped or that information alarm will come so that we can correct it. So not only the process condition, the machine input also, like example, that second one, so coolant flow and temperature, because condition of machine is important. Since you know, we are manufacturing cutting tool from 1955, some of our machines are very old. We are upgrading our machines, we are implementing the flow monitoring and temperature monitoring in the system so that our output will meet the requirement of the customer. And we have a lot of process Pokayokes interlocks in our system so that there is no double pass, there is no defect produced. And aesthetic quality. So we have AI-based systems are developed to ensure 100% visual quality. And we have dimension check, we have online check on the air gauges, online gauges in each stages we have provided. And we also do the capability measurements for all our critical dimensions, and it is 100% achieved. And for after heat treatment, 100% metallurgy is ensured through eddy current tester. Nobody here, nobody cutting tool manufacturer does all these things. So we are the only one do 100% checking after the heat treatment. And we also have a traceability. Starting from raw material to till packing, we have a barcode system. So we have a root card. So I have not, that I think it is a little bit hide I have made. So if each tool is having a mark, if I get that number, so I can able to trace back from raw material when it is cut, when each stage is manufactured, and we can know when it is packed. So that like in the first session, doctor said it is difficult to trace back, but in our product, we can able to trace back and we can able to call back that batch number. And next is business excellence in digitization. So we have our own internal team based on our digital requirements. So we are, our aim is paperless office and user friendly, and we have to have a data in the system. Quick reference means you should be able to trace back quickly. So based on these things in our mind, we are developing our own requirements like external. So for customers base, some systems are developed, and consumers, we have a consumers also. For them also we have developed system. For internal also, so some of the examples I'm going to give. So social media marketing, we have digitized our marketing, social media marketing on our own. Our team has developed the system. And this is a very interesting system, askaddison.com. So, yeah. Ask Addison, this is very interesting digitization. If a new customer or any new person, he wanted to buy a drill, so he know what is the product to be drilled and what is the size he wants. And he don't know if he doesn't know what is the grade to be purchased. He can go to this portal, and if he type what is his base raw material and required size, and this software will suggest you what is the drill to be purchased. So this is the development we have done on our own. And we have e-catalog, it is available in our portal. All these systems are developed by our own IT team, and we have a sub-dealer profile mapping, so all the data are mapped here. And we have a sub-dealer reward scheme, that's also we have developed a software, so how redemptions also, everything can be monitored here. And we have a gate pass monitoring. And we have a HR software that is also developed in-house. So the once person entered to the system, till his exist, everything is available here. He can go through this. So all his PMS, salary, leave, everything is available in one thing. And we have also project management system. Each individual, all executives are given a KRA, and they can track their projects in this portal, and they can get a reminder. Their boss also will get a reminder, that status also can be monitored. And another thing, online production monitoring system. This is implemented in one line now. We are going to implement in other models also. So you can, this production, how many machines are running, which machine is idle, what is the quantity, everything can be monitored. You can see it from your tab or your mobile. Whatever I have shown this thing, everything can be seen in anywhere. In all mobile also you can see. And also we have a machine maintenance software. This is also customized for our own purpose. And we have a final inspection report, and everything is digitized now. There is no paper in all these areas. And some of the automations we have done. So all input raw material. The first one, you can see that it is, we do 100% checking of input raw material. That is automated. All raw materials are checked 100%. And this is automatic packing is being done after marking. The second one is Zoller. All the tabs profile can be checked 100% on this. So now we check in the production line everyday samples we do, but it is having a capacity to check the 100% also. The third one is 100% eddy current check. So it will check 100% and ensure the quality of the product. And few robotics in our company. We have robo for heat treatment. So we implement AI and robos wherever the process are difficult, where consistency is important, where it is a special process. So we have provided a robo in the heat treatment. We have provided a robo for welding. And we have developed AI-based vision system to ensure quality of the product, 100%. And as I said earlier, business excellence in innovation. Innovation is the key for future. So we identify and develop products new to the market, products new to the line, and value addition and process alternative. Our aim is to be more preferable service provider in the industry, be a presetter in designing a new tool, and we develop a tooling solution. We not only provide a tool, we give a solution and cater complete tooling solution to the company. So this is our system. We have a spectrometer to check, ensure. This is a development cycle. So we develop, ensure raw material check. We have a CAD to design the tool. We have a CAE, theoretically test whether our tool is correctly designed. And we also have a CAM. So we optimize the machining strategy and also had to simulate the feasibility of the manufacturing. So this is all available in our innovation center. These are all the facility in our innovation center. And we have a testing and validation facility and inspection facilities in our innovation center. And this is a stakeholder orientation company. I have named very few, like any other company. We have SGA, suggestion scheme, everything. But customer satisfaction, customer meet, and employee orientation is the key for our success. Last 2 decades, we are continuously achieving AEPC award. In cutting tools, we are the only company getting 2 decades continuously getting awarded for export. And few of our results, since we have time constraint, I'm giving some results. So how we are improving, how we have reduced by implementing all this, reduced our stock, how rejection has come down, how our turnaround time has come down, and WAP also has come down. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I've finished in time.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. I would like to thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity. And what is a doctor doing here? Well, it's not going to be a business success story. It's going to be more of success with technology. So this is the knee story. And I'm Dr. S. Armugam. I'm a consultant orthopedic surgeon. I do joint replacements for a living. So I'm going to talk to you a little. Any doctor speaks, it'll sound more like a lecture on medicine. So this is also going to start off like that, but I will take it to technology as soon as possible. So bear with me for the first few minutes at least. So yeah, so I head Chennai Ortho, and this is me and my team. We take any podium that is given to us in pushing movement is life. That's my motto. In encouraging everybody to be active so that they don't get into arthritis, because I see the worst end of people suffering with arthritis. I try and create as much of awareness as possible. So I take an opportunity here as well. So people who are very sedentary and sitting and taking care of their desk job, high time you start wearing your running shoes and start running or walking at least to, get your knees in shape. So movement is life, remember that. The knee is, we take it for granted until and unless it starts paining. So when we sit in all different positions, we climb stairs, we do anything and everything that we want to in our early 20s, 30s, and 40s. And 50s comes in, then that's when the knee starts paining. And you get into something known as osteoarthritis. So I'm not going to give you a lecture on osteoarthritis. It is something that is causing knee pain. And you will not be able to carry on with your day-to-day activities. So you start pressing on your knee starts swelling, and you're not able to walk, you're not able to work, you're not able to do any of your day-to-day activities. So knee, basically it contains of your thigh bone, knee bone, and the leg bone and a kneecap. That's all you need to know. And there is a covering, a smooth covering on your knee joint known as the articular cartilage. That wears off to expose the underlying bone, wherein you will start experiencing pain when that bone and bone starts rubbing. So that's arthritis in a jiffy for you. And these are the abnormal findings that you will see. You will see the knee swelling in different places. And the first time you will start experiencing pain is when you start climbing steps. And then subsequently your knee starts getting crooked, and then it will be all crazy. When you talk about knee pain, this is what we actually see inside. The pointer is not working. So yeah, so the arrow with the red arrow is where the raw bone is exposed, and the normal knee has the lovely cartilage inside, wherein you will not be having pain. Why am I talking about this? Because previously a cardiologist was just speaking, and what they do is they end up expanding or giving our lifespan no end. So we start living up to 85, 90, 95, and you end up having arthritis over the age of 60. Just like how we are being the capital for diabetes, we are slowly going into being the capital of osteoarthritis for the world. So we have to be wary and start being active. So this is what we will see. And what are the risk factors? Age, family, obesity, fast food, and very sedentary lifestyle. So these are the things that you have to be very careful about. These are the things you are not supposed to do. People who are very, very active, like a hockey player or a runner or something like that, they develop small cracks in the cartilage, and that will also lead to osteoarthritis. So if you are very active also, it's not good. So you have to plan your activity levels. So management, we do a lot of managements, medicines, non-drugs, drugs, interventional, and surgery. Interventional is the gray area wherein a lot of people play around giving different kinds of injections, PRPs, cartilage regrow, and all that. Non-drug exercises and your quad strengthening, compressions, lifestyle changes, cycling is very good. And these are the non-drug. Exercising is very, very important, and drugs, we take care of all that. What happens if you don't treat? Well, most of you will be knowing it, because people will not be coming to work regularly. So that's one of the major problems as far as, okay, thanks. So that's one of the major problems when you start having arthritis. So, and anxiety, depression, disturbed sleep, limited social function, limited work function. So that's something which all of you should be very, very careful about. So take care of your knee before it starts paining. And investigational, all that. Surgery, yeah, I decide when to do, and these are some of the points that you can read up. It's nothing great. If your pain is very, very bad, then you go into surgery if nothing else helps. So what is knee replacement? Replacement is actually changing your worn out bone with a metal component. So you have a metal component over here, and you have a metal component here, and in between you have a polyethylene. So a lot of technology has gone into this. Well, the designers are the same engineers from Airbus and Boeing who have gone into the metallurgy as well as designing of these implants are concerned. And this is supposed to be the best innovation as far as orthopedics is concerned. So for the past 40 to 50 years, this has been the most revolutionary and successful procedures that has ever been developed. And I have been doing replacement for 22, 23 years now, and it is one of the most successful procedures. And all of my patients are very, very happy and comfortable after that. And it is one of the most successful procedures. And what we do during surgery is we choose the proper implants, we work on the patient before surgery, we take their x-rays, and we see how their balancing is required to give them a perfectly well aligned, from this kind of a crooked knee to a perfectly well aligned knee. So initially what I was doing is I was doing conventional TKRs. Conventional is using instruments, just like what we call it jigs. So this is what I was using initially. So these are the kind of jigs. This I used to size up the femur and this is what I used to cut the leg bone, and this is what I used to cut the femur bone, and this will be the final implantation. So this is what I was doing. I am doing it still. It is not like I am doing only robotic as of now, but yes, I do 70 to 80% of my practice right now is robotic, and the rest 20 to 25 is still conventional. So this is how I used to do the conventional surgery, and it is one of the most successful surgical procedure in orthopedics for the past 40 to 50 years. So from conventional, I went to navigation for a short gap, and then took to robotics. Robotics has been here for the past 3 to 4 years only, and I have been using it for the past year, and it is amazing. The results that we give, all you people, you must be using a lot of machinery. So I am able to be as precise as a sub-millimeter precision, and sub-degree precision is what I'm getting with the robot over here, and I'm very, very happy with what I'm doing. And this is the robot that we are using. This is the 4th generation Welly's robot, and this is what we were doing. So traditional instrumentation to navigation to imageless robotics, and now I'm using the latest, just like how we landed on the moon, we are like on the moon with the latest robot that we are playing with. This is the robot I'm using, the Welly's robot. It's a red dot winner. I think you people must be knowing more about the red dot. From what information I got was, it is won by Apple and a few other companies only. And as far as orthopedics and medical science is concerned, this is the only company to have, the Welly's robot is the only robot to have won the red dot award. And the other awards, I think, will be more of significance to you, because you people must be seeing more of these design awards than me. I am only worried about the end result that my patient is going to get, and I'm very, very happy. From the cluster of instruments, and we used to have around about 10 boxes. From that, the instrumentation has come down to just one robot and one box. So my OR is less congested. It is just like this, and we are very, very comfortable operating, and the end results as far as the patient is concerned is very, very good. So that's what I said. I'm going to talk about success with technology and not success with business. And the key factors for me choosing robots, there are 3 or 4 robots that are available in the market as far as replacement is concerned. But I chose this robot because it is a saw-based robot. The others use a burr, and you know how a burr works. It goes on cutting. As far as the bone is concerned, the burr leaves out a lot of uncut bone and a lot of debris around. When I use a saw, it is just one clean cut, and there is no debris, and the bone is not damaged too much. And it is imageless, wherein the patient is not exposed to irradiation because of a CT scan or anything like that. And it is very, very fast and easy to handle as well. So it is very accurate, and I control the robot all through, and it is not CT guided, and the camera is very fast and very, very easy to use. So this is me operating with the robotic arm, and I find the results very, very amazing. So this is what we plan to do during surgery. You see these parallel lines here? They show that the knee is not balanced. The gap is too much, and my whole idea of doing the surgery is to get the lines together. So that we are able to do, see, as I told you, get the line right in the center and together. So that is what we do when we do the surgery, and once we do that, we are able to balance the knee extremely well. The soft tissue cutting that we do during the surgery is much, much lesser. Thereby the patient's recovery is much faster, and it's really amazing. I love this toy. So these are the end results that I'm getting with the patients. The x-rays are textbook like perfect, and the results are really, really amazing. This is before surgery, after surgery. Crooked legs get absolutely straight. Can you play the video, please? The first video, thank you. So you will see one patient who's walking, this bad. So she's a 72-year-old lady who came to me like this. I had the heart to send her to another hospital, but didn't. So I operated on her. The next video, please. So we can do this with the robot. And the next. Yeah. So this is what we are able to do with the robot. The results are really amazing. Patients who we were afraid of operating are being taken to surgery, and the results that we give are really, mind-boggling. So this is my story, my knee story about success with technology. So thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, for giving us a good insight on the total knee replacement. Thank you. Director and Head of ASQ South Asia to give his insights.
I've come all the way from Delhi, so I believe I should get more than 15 minutes, isn't it? But saying that, I would like to, congratulate Dr. Anumagam. Sorry. Okay. The first point that I was observing, that everybody was very patiently attending to his, and everybody was thinking about their knee. Trust me, my knee, I have already had one surgery in 2016, okay? Every day I wake up, I call myself, I'm crispy crackling right now. So I'm very good, I go for my 10 kilometers run once a week, but good lifestyle is important. So I would like to start the presentation if you don't mind. Okay, thank you. Mr. Chair, fellow panelists on the dais, friends from NIQR, fellow colleagues from Quality Fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I'd like to thank NIQR and not only the people who are sitting in the front, but also there are a lot of people who are working in the background as well. For an amazing show, I think many congratulations to NIQR. Great job, absolutely fantastic. So many congratulations. And this is my first time I've come to a conference, but I was really pleased. Glad that you called me, so thank you so much. I was given this topic by Swaminathan, Mr. Swaminathan, Building Future Quality Engineers. We talk about path to excellence, and I think there is one element called as people excellence as well. So predominantly, I'll use the word quality engineers and quality professionals together. So the idea is that I'll try to look at what future quality professionals and engineers should look forward for, what we are doing as a ASQ. I'll talk about ASQ a little later because that's not that important. What is important is the people. You, the quality fraternity is important. And from the business perspective, how does that add up? So this is what my presentation would be. I'll try to, I'm already 13 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll keep a strict watch on that. There is a survey, ASQ does an annual survey and insight on excellence. So I'll continue to allude to this particular survey once a while. Stick with me. This is an industry survey. It also comes out with a tool, but the tool is only accessible to ASQ members only. But saying that, the report is free. Please go to the ASQ website. You can download this particular, all you need to do is to register and download the report. It is an excellent report, annual report. The latest ones are going to, I think, 22nd September, ASQ employees get to see it first, and then it will be open to the rest of the people. Inspired from Baldrige. Baldrige is an excellence award program which is managed by ASQ, administrated by ASQ in US. It's a federal program. It is not open, but AFQM is similar business excellence program which is very popular here. It caters to all kind of, if you look at, this is not an application, please note, it is a survey that we conduct across the world. Covers operations, voice of the customer. Last year we introduced ESG as well. However, let me bring to what all areas it focuses. It focuses on 6 areas. Operational challenges and quality mindset, leadership and driving change, customer-centric strategies, the future of workforce, technology and performance, global sustainability development quality. I'm not going to go deep into all of them, but I will bring up some of the higher level points from the survey itself as we move forward. First of all, let's talk about, quality, people, all looks at challenges. What is the biggest challenge that globally everybody is facing is all about supply chain, right? Whether it is from the perspective of being delays, I think in the morning, many of the speakers alluded to, quality issues from the suppliers, that's also something. But 2 other points which came up as top 5 operational challenges. is need for greater data quality. Data is becoming more important, and that's where industry is looking at how good data can we have and what can we do with the data itself. The other is obviously the changing standards that we are all working with. This actually summarizes my entire slide deck. If I stop here, this will be a good time to stop if you want me to, but I can still continue for another 15, 20 minutes as I expect, of course. Quality engineers is a systematic and disciplined approach, ensuring that products and services meet and exceed customer expectations. This is just a line I picked up from the net itself. Nothing great, but the 10 points that is mentioned here is important for all quality professionals out here. We are expected to look at customer expectation. I don't want to go deep into this, but all these subjects are quite deep. Competitive advantage, we're looking at quality products like everybody, whether it is Make in India initiative. It's all about looking into can we have quality products, or as alluded in the previous session, that can we look at value-added products and services itself. So that's where quality professional, again, their role comes into play. Cost reduction, that's I think everybody is doing every day, morning till evening. That's something quality professionals' bread and butter. Risk mitigation, all the recalls we've been talking about in the morning session itself is all, whether it is related to drugs or related to a drug recall or related to automotive recalls and things like that, it's all related to that risk. Regulatory compliances, audits, these are all part of role of quality professionals. Continuous improvement, I think we're all living that journey from morning till evening. Customer-centric approach, I think that's important that we are focused on the customer, what does the customer need, and then hence you draw back and build up products and services accordingly. Complex products and services, I think that's something that I think even in previous session also we talked about in terms of, that as things are maturing, the products as well as the services are getting complex, so becomes the solutioning as well. Globalization, this is again from the perspective that you have suppliers, manufacturers and partners across the world, right? How do we ensure that the consistency and quality that you get across all the range of suppliers, that's where the role of quality professional comes into play, right? Data and technology, data analytics, machine learning, new technologies that are coming in, or I'll put it this way, that even today, quality professional looking at what could be the defect, likely defect that might come. So predictive defect is also what quality professionals are getting into. These are the top 10 roles and responsibility of quality professionals. Let's stop here for a moment. I talked about future, right? I want to show a small video. And this is from the movie Martin. It's a sci-fi movie. And this person actually gets stuck in Mars, okay? And his colleagues had already left him. So imagine the situation. Supply, survival, oxygen, you name it. He had all the challenges. For any quality professional, I'll really encourage you to go and see the movie, okay? And then to survive in order to come back to Earth itself. So he, after returning back to Earth, he talks to fellow colleagues. And I would put it this way, this is exactly what quality professionals are living today, okay? Audio is there, Amazon. Can I have the audio, please?
Frequently is.
So I'll go back a bit and then play again.
The other question I get most frequently is, when I was up there, stranded by myself, did I think I was going to die? Yes, absolutely. And that's when you need to know going in, because it's going to happen to you. This is space. It does not cooperate. At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I end. Now, you can either accept that, or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin. You do the math. You solve one problem, then you solve the next one, and then the next. And if you solve enough problems, you get to come home.
Yeah, you solve a lot of problems, you come to get home, right? And do the maths. That's exactly what quality professionals' roles are. From the organizational perspective, let's look at a few stuff. I'm going to skip this. If you look at where the quality importance is really coming in, if you look at the global quality management market is currently valued at $9.7 billion. And imagine that's the importance of quality is across the world. Let's look at a few more statistics, okay? Okay. Customer centricity. This is Harvard Business Review latest report. It talks about that 5% increase in customer retention, just retention can lead to profit increase of 25 to 95%. Again, role of quality people, right? Our IOE survey, I alluded right at the beginning of my presentation, talks the same thing. Today's date, what is happening as customers are maturing, customer wants to be involved with the product that you are developing. And companies are equally want to get the feedback from the customer. So the entire change across the world is happening. You want to be very close to your customer. And that's the change is happening across the world itself. Globalization, if you look at certification, whether it's IATF for automotive, AS for aerospace, or ISO for general manufacturing companies, there is about 2.1 million ISO certification in 2023. Look at where quality professionals are playing a very, very important role. Skills and qualities of quality professionals, right? We are problem solvers, right? 63% of employers believe communication skills are critical. How many people think that communication skills are critical? Can I see some raise of hands, right? So let me take you to a survey which was ASQ conducted last, or the report came out last, Quality Progress magazine, last month, August, okay? Sorry. This is August 2023. Quality Progress magazine is an monthly magazine that ASQ comes out. If you become a member, you can access 30 years of Quality Progress magazine. These are all peer group recognized, okay? Look at the interesting part, why I picked this survey. It's an annual survey on quality employment surveys. It looks at how quality professions are performing in the industry, their salaries and all those things. So it looks into that area, though it's slightly not American-centric. However, we can always pick up some of the good stuff. This time around, they also covered the next generation. When we say next generation, they're looking at people who are 40 years and below or are 4 years into quality journey itself. So all these new set of next gen are highly mobile, tech savvy. They are hungry to prove their point, right? That's the new set of quality engineers that is coming in. And that's something talks about that where the next generation quality profession is going to come in and what they are expecting. One common thing that came out from that particular survey was that better communication. Inward, that means you build your knowledge. Outward, that you share your knowledge. What is important is that many times quality professionals are very close-knit in terms of, I have a tool, I will use it when I want to use it. But if you spread the message across, share it with other folks, you will see the remarkable change that you bring into the entire, team efforts and things like that. Plus, our ability to upward communication as well. Talk to the top management what they want to hear. We can cut off the jargons, we can maybe cut off some of the technical elements. I won't say all the technical elements, but some of the technical elements to create a better impact with the management. Continuous learning. 94% of organizations identified a need of continuous training, right? That's ASQ survey talking to you that 95%. Role of technology, right? Global, if you look at software quality is again an indicator that technology is playing a very important role. It is going to grow to $16.6 billion, just the quality related software technologies that are available in the market itself. So look at where the entire industry is going in. Our IOE survey, again I'm alluding to that, talks about investment in technology has significantly improved performance against quality objectives. And that's an industry weighted stuff, right? What is ASQ doing about it? This is the cat out of the bag. We are pleased to, first time in NIQR conference, we're announcing, we'll be soon launching quality program using generative AI tool. And this is the first time it will make your life better, trust me, and it will also reduce the time in terms of solving a problem. Why say generative AI? I know there are some reservations for quality professionals that, do I become a techie person? No, you don't have to be a techie person, and hence it's generative AI, right? It's just like you have a mobile phone, you are not getting into developing a mobile phone, right? You are getting to use the mobile phone. The generative AI will help you to solve your problem and give you a very informed decision on which whether you say yes or no. and that's something which is in your hand. We'll help you, teach you that. So when people come and talk about technology, AI, machine learning, you don't have to get scared. Solution is right on the corner. In fact, the beta testing is happening in Chennai. I cannot divulge much, but this is South Asia is leading the charge, not ASQ US. So this is an initiative from India itself, and we're going to take it globally. So that's the first cat out of the bag. I got one more line item before I know 1 minute is there. So data-driven decision making, 53% of companies say data-driven decisions are key to their success. Focus on that. Focus on certification. Gentlemen, look at global certification that are available. Well, they're global but recognizable certification, I'll put it this way. Globally, there is about 1.2 million professionals as per LinkedIn. And if you look at our IE services, lack of certification training in quality methodologies for employees is one of the big ticket line item which has come up from the workplace, future workplace. So that's something that go get yourself recognized through a recognized body. That's important. Quality engineering is foundation of quality program way back in 1960s. Jews picked it up. From Jews picking up quality engineering body of knowledge of ASQ. If you look at the entire transformation, all the Deming, Jurans went to US, all were ASQ people. Yes, I'm mindful about my time. In fact, I would say go to ASQ website as well, look at what you want, whether from the management, from the engineering perspective. All our ASQ programs are ISO 17024 certified, and hence they comply to global standard. Some recognition that is there. EFKIM is very popular. I talked about Baldrige. You can always look at. Leadership and teamwork, this is something I know my time is up. I'll just take 1 minute, chairperson's permission. We want to build good leaders, right? Quality professionals need to now graduate to not just solving problem, but coming to leadership level engagement. And that's something 86% of employees believe leadership is critical skill, right? What ASQ is bringing in for the entire industry is that we had launched ITA, this, the internationally acclaimed Team Excellence program, which is about 35 years old, but now in India we have revamped the entire South Asia Team Excellence competition, and I'm happy to announce that 2023, after post-COVID, we had stopped it. We didn't have the enough bandwidth, I'll put it, be very honest with you. But 2023, I'm happy to announce at the NIQR forum that this award competition, which looks into building a team, gets launched at NIQR today, and it will look into the 4 criteria. It's a criteria based, and it helps to team to build leaders among the team itself. So project context, approach and planning, this is the first section of the criteria. We look at people management, looks into, so there you have set of questions which we want you to answer, which will give you how do you plan, how do you work together, how do you have communicated with the top management. This will enable you to build your leadership team. There is other element in terms of sustainability. Companies are all working on it. This is not a sustainability discussion, but look at benchmarking. Your criteria would enable you to benchmark with your peer group. So come over, look at the criteria, or just go to ASQ website. It gets live today from our website, South Asia Team Excellence. You be there, you can start benchmarking your services itself. ASQ is all about people and capability. We work with across industries, including NIQR. We had our MOU signed way back in 2017, May 12th. And we have already conducted a couple of quality engineering programs. We are happy to say that we'll continue to build more such programs working, and trust me, with NIQR, you'll get the best value. Outside NIQR, you're going to pay a little bit more extra. So reach out to NIQR team. They'll be more than happy to. With that, these are all, we work with multiple organizations. So building a quality future professional is an ongoing process that involves education, training, and adaptation to the evolving business landscape. Organizations that invest in these professionals are better positioned for business excellence and long-term success. That's the path to success. And I think the epitome of success, recent success, I think we talked about it. So thank you so much. With that, I hand over to the chair.
Thank you, Mr. Sarangi. I invite Mr. Gopi Kodiswaran to share his insights.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm going to talk about path to digital excellence. Business excellence, digital is part of it. But let me first appreciate what we heard from the panelists right now. It's been unbelievable. The first one is from the Addison Group. They had started they have their own team that has come up with things like askaddison.com, right? Very simple, fantastic improvement. And we heard from the doctor that he is consciously moved from conventional to robotics. And this is not, I mean, it's easy for us engineers, but it's not that easy for doctors. So that change basically means everything that you do is kind of digital, right? So it's no longer, so you're going to, even when they do robotics, it's not as though they're probably somewhere else and dealing with the machine in a slightly different way. So I've seen the robotic surgeries in action. It's fantastic, and you need to be digitally very savvy for you to do that. Thanks, doctor. And I would definitely want to quote a few things that our colleague said from Delhi. Thank you for coming and joining us. One of it is data and technology, which was his 10th point, which is fairly critical because it helps you predict issues that could crop up, right? And I will touch upon some examples during my talk. But the other thing that he mentioned was globalization, which again, I will touch upon. And the two other things he said was ASQ already has a generative AI tool. Like, kudos to that, because I think technology is going to leapfrog, right? So it's great that you already started that. And 53% of the businesses said it's data-driven decision-making that drives things, right? So I think these are very critical. And my background is I was the CEO of Latent View Analytics for a few years. And we did take the company public in 2021. So it's Latent View Analytics, is, if you did not know, is probably the most successful IPO in the history of Indian stock markets, which is great because it's about data and analytics. And we were primarily serving international customers, right? And we were not serving too many Indian customers, although we wanted to serve. And that's a big question mark for all of us here in the room, saying that, are we investing in technologies, or are we trying to do it cheap, right? So I would place that question with everybody here. But before we go in, one thing that I want to tell you is technology does not wait for anyone. It's the same smartphone that people are using in the US that all of us are using here. The same smartphone that's being used in China, we are using it. So we cannot wait. The reason you want to get onto digital as on today is because you don't have a choice. I'll give you some examples to start with. I'm starting with digitally native companies. So Amazon Go, this is a store in Seattle. It's more than 5-6 years old. All you do is go into the store, pick what you want, and you leave. It recognizes you. It recognizes what you've picked. It has your bank information. It has your credit card information, and it detects it from you, right? So it is just, and this is like 5-6 years old. It's not new technology, but this exists. I'll give you one more example of a digitally native company, Google Waymo. Of course, self-driving cars, in action in most parts. Regulation is an issue. It's being sorted out, but this works really well. You can really park the car, anything that you can do. So whether we like it or not, whichever business we are in, we are going to be disrupted by somebody very smart with a digital or a new age tool. I mean, that's the reality. I mean, let me hear from you. Do you think you're safe from digital? If any of you feel you're safe from digital, put your hand up. Oh, let me rephrase the question. Do you think you need to really run fast on digital, otherwise you will get disrupted? Raise your hand. Right. Fantastic. So I think the change is happening really fast, and I want to today, we all have limited time, I want to give you some examples that I worked on personally so that you get a feel of what's being done globally, and I would encourage us to start using it in our environment. So we are working with a automaker, a global automaker. Our job was to predict what failures were happening before they happened. And the cars have put in sensors everywhere. We were capturing information everywhere. What we were looking at was, is there a difference between the driving pattern of person A and person B? And we did find that when we look at different driving patterns, different problems were propping up. If I look at, so we were working with the quality assurance team, and they were identifying problems in thermostat, cylinder head cover, oil filter and lines, and they were not able to predict why was this happening. Why is this happening to car A and it's not happening to car B? When we looked at the data and we looked at the driving patterns, certain driving patterns gave us a very good lead onto why this problem is happening, and we could also predict with a fair bit of accuracy where the problem is going to happen. If you have a specific driving pattern, then this is a problem that's going to happen. And we created a self-service platform for the customer to fool around with, saying, hey, if somebody gets a new car and they drive in this fashion, what problems will happen to them? What this means for the quality assurance department is, I get a car and I'm driving, they know in 4 to 5 years' time what kind of problems my car is going to face. They know it instantaneously just by looking at my first month or first 2 months of driving data. So the companies are getting prepared, saying when I have that problem, they could either proactively address it, or they make sure those parts are ready for me when I go in there. So this is a case where a global automotive company has used predictive analytics to determine and improve quality. Here's another example, which is a global snack manufacturer. They have a fairly complex but automated manufacturing plant layout. And here they were capturing information everywhere, and there were breakdowns that were happening both at the packaging side as well as the manufacturing side. And every time there was a breakdown, the loss was running into millions of dollars because they had to stop it, revamp the whole thing. And the assignment that we got was, can we look at this and predict what is going to happen, when it's going to stop, and flag it before it happens so that you can take corrective measures and not get it to a point where the line actually stops. And like I said, I don't know anything about manufacturing. My data scientists don't know anything about manufacturing. But they look at all the data, analyze it, and we were able to predict very clearly when and where the problems are going to happen, and we were flagging it real time to the people on the ground that there is going to be a problem, you guys proactively go fix it. And as soon as they know there's going to be a problem, the people were aware of it and they were able to fix it. This is an example where we saved significant amount of money on both the manufacturing side as well as the logistics side, because we also saw some gaps in logistics which we could address with data analytics. One more example I'm going to give you is in R&D labs, enhanced experimentation. We found people were using papers, writing down a lot of notes, experimenting, extremely intelligent people. They're trying out different things. But the things that I learn as a scientist is not necessarily getting passed on to the next person who's probably learning the same thing. So when we digitized the whole thing and we used NLP, natural language processing, to look at it, we were able to get this out and we were able to bring down the preliminary research time by 35%, right? So the scientists could automatically start working on things. They didn't need to collect all the data, look at it, because it was automatically available for them. So I wanted to give 3 examples that I worked on which improves operational excellence through digital, right? So that you know these have been done in global companies. There is no reason why we can't do it in all our firms, because it's the same data, but we need to have the discipline of capturing the data. But we also need to contextualize the data, because you need to know what else is happening for you to predict it with this level of accuracy. And having said this, I also want to give you a couple of other areas where digital can help. It can help at delivering products and services. You can identify trends just by looking at external data. And if you have products that you want to launch, you could decide which ones to launch first and which ones to launch later. And I'll just give you a simple example. In every industry, you will have trendsetters, early adopters, influencers, followers, and mainstream. So we make money in the mainstream. When your product goes to the mainstream, you make money. But in general, you need to catch that much earlier. And all of these people leave a digital footprint. All of these. So in the food industry, you have specialty blogs, the chefs write about it. There are review sites and enthusiasts who are writing about it. So with a simple mathematical modeling, with a simple tracking of the digital footprint, we were able to predict with great level of accuracy which products were going to go beyond the inflection point, tipping point, which products the company should be launching and which products they should back off. And you could predict this months in advance looking at past patterns of this nature, right? And what this means is new products, you can never, earlier we would have 5% success rate with 24 months lead time. Now we increase the success rate to about 25% with 9 months lead time, which is huge improvement in productivity. And so data, digital, and analytics can help you in delivering new products in a very smart way. And the last example that I want to give you is accelerated decision making through AI. This is more to trigger thoughts for you. In your company, what are the most important decisions and who's making those decisions? Let me repeat that question. In your company, what are the most important decisions and who's making those decisions? And here are some examples I'm just throwing to you that whether it be Netflix or Spotify or Swiggy, Uber, the most important decisions in these companies are made by algorithms. They're not made by people. Who gets which car, which goes there, and all of these things are made by algorithms. And what it helps you with is if you have algorithms and AI help you with really important decisions for your company, you can scale it to a magnitude. So if you have 3 good managers in your company who are making all the decisions, I think how do we use them intelligently and allow algorithms to make more important decisions so that you can scale the company to a size which is unbelievable. And some of these digitally native companies, that's why I refer to them as digitally native companies, they're using AI and algorithms to make the most important decisions in their business. So I would want you to really think about when you're running the business, is it possible for some of the decisions, you could become, as a manager, I could very easily become a bottleneck for my company because the files are lying on my table and I have to decide or sign off on something, right? Whereas these companies, the managers don't even know what is going on, right? So the algorithm is making the decisions on that. So I just wanted to leave you with some food for thought because digital excellence is absolutely necessary. Without that, it'll be difficult to survive in 2025 and 2030. So it's important that we have the discipline to capture data, make sure things are available digitally, that we're sharing it with people, and everybody can access the information. It's completely transparent. It's very important that we do that. And the 3 examples that I gave you were we can use digital for operational excellence, we can use it for delivering new products and services, but most importantly, for making important decisions for your company, you can actually use it. With that, thank you very much for this time. I am going to add one more point because of the generative AI tools that he said. See, the data analytics and all the things that we've been working on in the past were based on papers that were published many years ago. But in 2020, Stanford came up with a paper on foundational models, which is transforming the world so fast, right? It's just transforming the world so fast. The tools that are coming out of it are unbelievable at this point. So these machines are almost as intelligent as you and me. Right now, because they're at early stage, we can cheat them. We can give them wrong information and they'll get fooled. But within a few years' time, they will be fairly smart. And I would encourage each one of you, whether you are in manufacturing, quality, marketing, sales, learn to use these tools. If these tools are your friends, you will win always. And one doctor once asked me that, will AI replace doctors? And my response was fairly simple. No, AI will not replace doctors. Doctors using AI will replace doctors not using AI. Thank you very much.
So I don't want to disappoint the audience, so let me have only 2 questions And I think the remaining questions, as was said in the earlier thing, we can send it to the email. We can have 2 questions.
Do we have any questions? Sir, I
If
think
there
we
are
can
no
move on.
questions, that means the panel has delivered so nicely. Or the other way, we have confused so much that you are not able to ask questions. I don't know which category.
Thank you, panel. Very interesting subject. That's why I think people are wondering or pondering on what you have delivered today. So that is why there's no question, because they're still pondering on it. Path to business excellence, where people have been, I think all of them, including the chairperson, has been talking about 3 areas: people, process, and technology for achieving excellence in business. Leverage technology and adopt it. Otherwise, you will become Nokia. Sorry to use the brand name. So you have to be adaptive. Please get yourself, be open-minded. Don't be scared of technology. Technology is going to help you if you're open-minded. If you're not open-minded, it's going to confuse you, and you may not be competitive enough in the industry. Learn from others of different fields who are already using the technology or using the data, and try to adapt it for your industry, which is very important. Whether it's success or failure, we can learn from others. Not necessarily we should spend time and money making the same mistakes. Understand, capture, and adapt. And thank you, ma'am, for showing us your way, how Artisan has done. So that's a big learning experience. Everything is developed in-house, and all the models that they showed make sense to us for adopting for ourselves. Digitized approach to business excellence is what all of them have been talking about. And doctor, I have started looking at my knee, whether it's cracking or not, but I'm still, I think I should start the movement in life. Whether when we don't use the machine, the machine needs to be maintained, or if you don't use it, it is not working properly. I think the doctor is saying same thing is going to happen to you. So please move, wear your running shoes every day morning or evening, whichever suits you. And implants, the example of revolutionary advances in technology, how implant has helped us. And not just ortho, cardio, in every field of medicine, technology is helping us. Even without knowing, all of us are adapting ourselves to technology, because we're using the mobile phone or Netflix or Uber or Amazon. Everything is technology driven. But we should start adapting into our industry and not just be a consumer in our personal life. People excellence, yes, very important. And quality professionals, as this is a quality forum, better communication is very important, whether it's inward, outward, or upward, and making the management listen to us without jargons is also very important. More than me summarizing, I think Gopi sir had summarized it really well. So I will finish my takeaways here. Thank you, panel. I request the coordinator to honor our chairperson, and then chairperson to honor the rest of the panel. Appreciation is known only when we hear, thank you. Evening la sound pattala. Show what Chennai can do. Rest of the mementos, please, to honor the speakers.
So now we would like to honor our speakers. So our chairperson, Dr. S. Rajkumar, will honor our first speaker, C. Saroj Nayagam. And after that, Dr. S. Arumugam. And Mr. Gopi Kotishwaran. Now we will honor Dr. S. Arumugam. Please have a warm round of applause.
Louder claps, please. Show Chennai can do better in Delhi.